So this first poem is based on a true story about when I found out the truth about Santa Claus. And it's called To Ruin Christmas. Mom, is Santa Claus real? My mother paused, unable to say a thing. Standing in that hotel room near Disneyland, she looked like a cartoon criminal caught mid-robbery, frozen, trying to flee the scene. Mom, tell me. Then she said through streaming tears, I want you to always believe. I felt the air leaving my chest and the room spinning around me. Conspiracy, like a shitty Dan Brown novel. The Santa Claus plot unraveled, the worst cover-up ever perpetrated on children like me, and the lies went so deep. They all knew, those dudes at the mall. I had crawled onto their laps and whispered things like, Santa, hi. Why do some kids get more gifts than others? That doesn't seem fair. And then Santa had said, oh, Santa cares about everybody equally, tiny weird communist child. Now, what do you want for Christmas? This was all a lie. I felt betrayed, gypped, played for the sucker I was, because I had been the most righteous defender of Santa Claus, the cause I had brandished on the playground, and all around me children were shouting that they'd seen their parents do it, but I knew that wasn't true, because I believed, I worshipped at the altar of Christmas trees and burning logs of cookies and milk as offerings to the only higher power I had ever cared about. My mother's words were not a confirmation of something that I had already known. She had blown up the statues of my childhood heroes in an iconoclastic shattering, leaving behind only wisps of a cotton bunny tail and glittering bits of fairy wings. Since that night, I have not believed in anything as fervently as I knew. That fat man came down the chimney once a year to bring me what I asked for, and more than anything, I wanted to pour belief back into that hole where there once was somebody with dimples so merry and nose like a cherry who sees you when you're sleeping. And I wondered if anybody saw me now. And how, when I didn't know what to do with this news, I told my friend Lindsay, too, the truth about Santa Claus. I said that none of it was real. Not the tooth fairy or the Easter bunny, none of it. And when you go to sleep tonight, Lindsay, you might not even wake up in your bed the next day, because who knows if that's real now anyway? And I wanted her to say, no, we'll be okay. Even if the things our parents told us aren't true, even if we feel the wind whistling through our stomachs where there used to be certainty, even if we chop down trees for no reason and stake them in our living rooms and we're subsumed by loneliness, we can look at the brightly colored tinsel and stockings instead of being so conscious of the silence. We can hear sleigh bells on the roof. Even if Santa Claus isn't the literal truth, let's just keep on doing those things because it makes us feel happy. And we'll be okay. I wanted her to say that. But we were only 8 years old and all she did was cry. A little like I had done when my mom told me and say that she was getting cold and that we should get a hot chocolate and that it was really mean of me to ruin Christmas. I just moved to Glasgow, and before I lived in St. Andrews, which is, and I went to uni there, is a really, really tiny town, and we only had one Tesco, and everyone would always say that the person that you just really don't want to run into at the Tesco, that's the person that you will run into when you're there. So this poem is about that experience, and it's called Tesco Hellos. Tesco Hellos. Those are always the best. I see you and I'm thinking, how fascinating can the caloric count of strawberry crisp become in 30 seconds? Let's give it a try. 250 kilojoules, why that's probably a lot. But you're still not saying anything and you're like 3 cereals over and it looks like you're reading Aristotle. It's not a philosophical quandary, just pick cereal already so you can notice me and see how happy I am with my life and my cereal choices. But you're still not saying anything. That's okay, I'll do it. Hey, that was loud. And why did I make today baggy jumper day? But it's okay, I'll just stand here grinning like I'm on morphine, watching big trucks filled with words that we should be saying drive through the silence and crash into the frosted flakes. Clean up on aisle 2. Hey, Carly. Hey. I see you got strawberry crisp. That's right, I do. Cool.
Well, see you.
And then you walk away. And that's cool because we're friends. And you've said all you need to say. Friends always make uncomfortable food-related observations and then walk away. I hope to God that we can continue on in this way, because then maybe tomorrow if I see you in the street, I can say, hey you, that shirt is blue, until we've accumulated a whole list of interactions centered around uncomfortable statements of factual truth. I see that you have strawberry crisp, really? Well, that's good to know. And for these golden interactions, I'd like to say thanks, Tesco. So, I'm just going to do one more, and you can probably tell from my accent that I'm American, and I'm actually from Austin, Texas. And so this poem is about my relationship to Texas. A very fraught relationship, and it is called Texas. I can't bring you to parties anymore. Texas, I find you passed out drunk in front of the neighbor's lawn, clutching a taser gun because you shot the family's golden retriever Trixie, insisting that she was rabid and resisting citizen's arrest. Texas, is this some kind of test that you're putting me through to see how much I love you by doing every stupid thing that you can think of to do, and then bringing me here to wipe off your sallow cheeks lined with sticky oil, crying and dehydration, and asking me to take you back inside to face my friends and an entire nation waiting for some sort of apology? He didn't know any better. I say, like you're a 2-year-old who can't control his own shit or motor skills, who spills milk instead of blood, and in your drunken insights you're shouting about Second Amendment rights, and I'm flushing red and begging you, please just quit while you're ahead and go sit in the corner with Connecticut and play Godsey. But you lean your head on my shoulder, and I see in your half-closed eyes every wide yellow sunset over the Colorado River for me, and the fireflies cradled in the lines of your body, that space emblazoned on the sides of cars and t-shirts. And now it hurts when you touch me and my pale skin erupts in sunburns, and you're asking me over and over, that space between your words completely coated in dust and honeysuckle and pollen.
Carly, are you ashamed of me?
Texas, I love you, but I can't bring you to parties anymore. I can't be consumed in the wildfires you ignited, and I won't be indicted in crimes I had nothing to do with. 234 executions, dude. You're so drunk on a cocktail of distilled vigilante justice. You're either with us or you're against us, followed by a healthy dollop of racism and a shot of pure crystallized stupidity. Don't ask me to hold up your drunken, sloppy body, pores oozing with BBQ, double bacon, and a fried KFC, eggy pizza. When you have a heart attack, get the tea party to take you to the hospital. Because you're burning up, get your stomach pumped, and when you wake up cold and lonely with nightmares of innocent golden retriever dogs seizing with metal prongs in their chests, you'll be scared. And when you look around, I won't be there. Thank you.